How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and now we're gonna head into Mount Moon. Now, this is a very large cave. There's a lot of optional stuff to explore in it, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run through it on an already completed save file first, just to show you the path you need to take, if you want, like, the most direct route possible. So let's do that first, and then, if you still want to see where everything else is, you'll see this gameplay showing you the more in-depth version. All right, so let's go ahead and do the short version. All right, so we're gonna get through Mount Moon the fast way. So if you just want to get through Mount Moon, just follow this path. So you go to the right from the first branch there. You ignore this little ladder here. There was a trainer you had to fight back there, by the way. Then you kind of walk along this way. I think you can avoid this trainer. Now, this is on a completed save file. That's why I'm playing as the girl for this. I figured it'd just be easier that way, just so we don't have to worry about trainer fights. So I think this guy you have to fight. You can probably avoid that hiker. You want to go down these stairs at the very end over here. There's a bunch of other stuff you can pick up, though. Whoop. Even when you're trying to avoid things, you still run into them. But yeah, this is a rather straightforward path here. You just want to make sure you take the stairs in the northwestern part of the first floor, and that'll get you to where you need to be. So then you walk down here. There's a Team Rocket grunt to battle. Then you can keep walking along this path. Of course, whoop, darn it! Yeah, there are plenty of Pokemon to run into. There are, of course, other scenes you will see, like there will be something over here. Oh, wow. Well, there's one of the rarer Pokemon. It's a 1% encounter. It's not technically a rare Pokemon. That would be Chansey, but it is still very rare. Or like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Okay, get out of here. Not even gonna cut that one out because it's like, it just snuck up on me. But yeah, pretty straightforward if you know where you're going, but there's still a lot of fights. You have to fight here. Seriously? Okay, there is a forced fight here. This is where you'll get a fossil. You'll see that in a moment. And then there's a double battle right here. After that, you just climb up this ladder and you are free from Mount Moon. That's the quick way to get through if you want to waste no time. But watch the rest of this video and I'll show you all the other stuff there. Seriously, all the other stuff there is to pick up and fight in Mount Moon. All right, and now for the long version. Here we go with all the scenes and everything. Looks like there's nothing here. Then let's just search farther in. You were eavesdropping on us now, weren't you? Meowth, you were supposed to be keeping watch. We know there are rare fossils buried around here somewhere. If you've got any, you better hand them over to us, twerp. That's right. If anyone's going to profit off of those rare fossils, it's going to be us. Whoa! Oh, Team Rocket. All right, so the most direct route is, of course, that way, but there's a few things of interest over here. There's 2 items from the looks of things. There's a potion right here. And then there are, I believe, 5 Great Balls up there, but we have to fight this bug catcher first. Let's see, who do I have active? I guess we'll use this Nidoran, sure. All right, pal. Yeah, I don't think he's that bad or anything. Trainers are still pretty easy at this point in the game. You can just use your starter Pokemon and you'll have no problem taking them out. Oh, he has a Butterfree. Actually, that's a little bit more challenging, especially because I believe it has Confusion at this point, which is super effective. It's only level 7 though, so that's kind of nice. All right, well, let's just hit it with Peck. Yeah, it has Confusion. Ow! Yeah, it's often a misconception. I mean, I know not everyone thinks it, but I know that there have been a few people that think Butterfree is part psychic, or at least when they were younger, because it learns psychic moves. It's not, it's bug flying, but yeah, it does have a few psychic moves, which is very handy. All right, we don't need Double Team. Let's go ahead and keep the old moves. It's nice, Double Team can be helpful because it will let you evade attacks, but I don't know. It turns it into more of a luck fest. All right, so right over here we have, indeed, 5 Great Balls. Wonderful, so now let's head back on over to to this path here. There are also several new Pokemon in this cave. All right, what do you have? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a Clefairy. Or no, it's a Bellsprout. I think it used to be a Clefairy, but they've mixed things up a little bit. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be showing every single trainer battle in here. There are quite a lot, and, you know, they're pretty easy. It's not like any are overly difficult. It's a chance to see some new Pokemon, which I guess that's always fun. But, you know, they're pretty straightforward. So watching me mash the A button and talking about what's on the screen might not be the best use of your time. So I think we'll probably just kind of cut to the chase, get to the bottom line as we proceed through here. But I would recommend fighting the trainers. You do get Pokeballs for that, which is good. Oh, we've caught up to Team Rocket. Well, at least to this lady. Oh, you're pretty fast, kid. And she just runs off. Okay. At least it kind of tells you where to go, so that's nice. Now, we're going to check this out in a moment here, this stairway. But yeah, there's Zubat in here. I guess I should show off the new Pokemon you can catch here. Zubat! It's a poison flying type. Okay. This is stuff that I already knew. But yeah, thanks. Now, one thing really annoying with Zubat is notice how it moves. Yes, it moves. So you have to kind of aim your Joy-Con. This is going to be a little difficult. I don't want to hit either my monitor or my microphone, so apologies in advance if that should happen. But yeah, well, it would be a bad thing if it hit my microphone. But yeah, if that does happen, if it's over there, you have to kind of move your Joy-Con. Like, you have to swing it in a certain direction. It's hard to explain. Oftentimes what I find works is if you hold the Joy-Con kind of at an angle, and then you move it off in the direction you're trying to aim for. I personally think this is implemented very poorly. I think that it's not very well implemented. I mean, I'm trying. Whoa, hey, there's kind of one of the more uncommon Pokemon around here. It's Onix! It's also a pain to stay in Pokeballs, so if you have Great Balls still, oops, I would recommend using them, because it does tend to be a little bit more challenging to catch. Oh, that was rude. Now, that time I wasn't even aiming off to the side. It just decided to do it anyway. Well, at least that was a pretty good catch. Yeah, I mean, you will hear me complaining a lot about the catching mechanisms of this game. I think that they really are not as polished as they could have been. But it's not so much of an issue if you're playing on handheld mode, at least, so that's nice. Onix is a rock ground type that has a ton of defense. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have any good attacking power. Like, it has very low attack. But it will take physical hits fairly well. Ooh, Bellsprout wants to learn Sleep Powder. That's a definite yes. Sleep Powder is a very good move. I think we're gonna get rid of... Wow, your special attack stat's actually quite a bit higher than the rest. Huh. Well, I think I'll get rid of Growth. It's a good move, but we don't really need it right now. You have high enough attack. And special attack. Ah yes, and Magikarp leveling up. This is great to just put in your party. I know I mentioned that last time, but it'll gain some levels as you're just going through the cave, which is rather nice. Yeah, this is a very big rock snake too. This one's 30 foot! Wow. But keep in mind, it doesn't evolve into Steelix in this game, just Onix, so I wouldn't really recommend it, to be quite honest. Alright, so down here, there is a trainer. And I do so believe this trainer uses a Grimer. I'll check it out for you, but we'll just skip the fight part. Ah, yes, Super Nerd Joven with a Grimer. At level 10, it has actually quite a bit of defense, if I'm not mistaken, so it might take a little bit to take out. Let's just see. Oh, that's fine. Alright, we took him down. 400 Pokédollars, that's not too bad. And then there's an Awakening right here. That's kind of nice, wakes you up from being asleep. And then over here, there is an Ether. Rather handy. Heals your power points by 10 for any of your moves. So if they run low, you can use that. I don't generally recommend doing it though. Oh, there's another Pokemon, one of the new ones, Geodude. This is probably your better option for a rock ground type. It has a lot more attack and still pretty darn good defense. So I would recommend this. It evolves into Graveler and then Golem by trading after it's evolved into Graveler. And yeah, good attack, good defense, very slow, but still pretty darn solid. Like, I like it. It's very helpful later on too. Bite. You know, we probably don't need Growl. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. That'll help for a little bit. We're gonna get much better moves for Eevee soon. Wow, got a lot of experience all around. Okay, so yeah, Geodude, rock ground, nice. Okay, there's this trainer right here, who I believe just uses a Mankey, so we're going to use... let's use this Nidoran with Peck. Youngster Robbie. Yep, he's got a Mankey. Should be easy to take out with any flying type moves. I have Peck in this case, so I'll be fine. Hey, Nidoran leveled up to level 16. That's actually really good news. You'll see why in just a moment. Alright, 160 Pokédollars, or prize money, and 3 Pokeballs. But remember what I was saying about Nidoran? That's right! Both Nidoran male and Nidoran female evolve at level 16. Yeah, there we go. We got a Nidorino! Now, Nidoran female evolves into Nidorina, which is very similar, still a poison type, but a little bit more on the defensive side. And of course, it's blue, so yeah. Well, that's great news. Yeah, so Pokemon, when they reach certain levels, they evolve into stronger forms. And some Pokemon evolve a second time. This is not, of course, Nidorino's final evolution. There is still one more, which you can actually get right away. We could get it by the end of this this cave, believe it or not. I don't know if I will or if I won't. What was that I saw? Wait, where did it... Oh, all right. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is down here. Oh, there is an item right here. This is a Repel. That keeps wild Pokemon away. Not really that necessary, but that would have helped in the short version of this, huh? I kept running into things. Okay, this is totally optional. You don't need to go down here, but you might as well. There are some items that you can get if you go down these optional paths. There's no... Oh, there's the other Pokemon down here. Clefairy! It's a fairy-type Pokemon, at least in this game. It wasn't in the original versions. And it hops, so... Oh, okay. This wasn't a game of baseball. Alright, yeah, I struggled so much trying to catch these things because they would just bounce around like nobody's business. They're okay. They also evolve using the same item that I've been alluding to that evolves Nidorino and Nidorina. It's a Moonstone, and it'll evolve into Clefable. I like Clefairy. I don't think I'm going to use one, though. I did use one when I was playing Let's Go Pikachu, which I even have on a video series for my channel. So I don't think I want to do that again, but that's fine. All right, so let's test out this Nidorino against this Team Rocket grunt here. We, Team Rocket, are the Pokemon bandits. We strike fear into others with our strength. Oh yeah, Team Rocket Grunt. Alright, so he has just a lone Rattata here. Oh yeah, look at that new, improved Nidorino. Let's double kick this thing. I gotta see it in action. Ugh. Didn't even need 2 kicks. That thing is out of here. Poison powder. That's okay, but honestly, I'd rather stick with sleep powder. Putting Pokemon to sleep is really handy. Okay, so that's that. He's been taken out of here. So there is an item right here, a more obvious one, a good one, a rare candy. Levels up your Pokemon by 1 level, but this is really important. There is an item in my Magikarp's mouth. No, don't worry, you don't have to have a Magikarp. It's this spot right here in this little crater. There's a Moonstone here. This regenerates every day, so you can get one here. There's another one in the cave too, and that Moonstone can be used to evolve Nidorino, Nidorina, Clefairy, and Jigglypuff into their evolution. So I could evolve my Nidorino into a Nidoking right this moment, which I might even do. Well, I won't do it right this moment, but I'll do it by the end of this cave. Oh, wow, there's a lot of Pokemon here. This is the rare Pokemon, quote, rare Pokemon. So anything that increases the modifiers of finding a rare Pokemon will, of course, increase the chance of finding this. This is Chansey! It's a normal type Pokemon. It has a mountain of HP, but absolutely pitiful attack and defense. So physical attacks will absolutely deflate this thing, but it gives so much experience if you catch it, like an absolute ton. 294 in this case. That is a pretty sizable amount. That's only a level 5 Chansey. They can get up to level 10, in which case I'd get even more experience. They are great for the experience grind, and I don't know, they're okay to use, I guess. I'm kind of tempted to use one because I haven't. They have decent special attack, if I'm not mistaken. Not like the best. They're really more about having a lot of hit points and stuff, being more of a support Pokemon. Also, Clefable is pretty well-rounded. I didn't really talk about its stats. Bold Nature. Yeah, look at how bad that attack and defense is. Bold Nature is actually perfect for it. So it's a pretty nice nature for this Chansey, but don't really expect any good moves. Like, right now, there's really no point. When you get TMs later on, like a lot of different TMs, giving it special-based moves, it can be alright. Like, it might not be that bad, but it's really meant to just kind of sit there and take attacks, so wouldn't recommend it right now, but you'll find plenty of them throughout the game. So here's, I believe, the final Pokemon, or at least kind of unique evolution line. It's Paris. It's a bug grass type, and in older games, I feel like Paris wasn't really that great. It had really weak attacks. It was pretty lackluster. The only thing of note is it gets Spore, an auto sleep move. Has 100% accuracy. It's a very slow Pokemon, but it does have access to Spore, so that's nice. However, in this generation, they've done a lot. Like, it gets much better moves. One of its strong moves, Leech Life, it is way more powerful now. So it's not a bad option. I don't know off the top of my head the levels it learns these moves, but having access to Spore is pretty nice. Just keep it away from any fire or flying types because it will not like that. So those are the main new Pokemon you can get here. There's one other. Actually, we already saw it in the, whoa! Big Onix! We already saw it in the, oh, okay, I'm fighting it. It was just that big. You know what? Actually, I do want to use Pokeballs. I want to use up all of these Pokeballs because there is someone in this cave a little bit later on that will replenish your Pokeballs. If you run out or run really low on your Pokeballs, you can talk to someone in here and they will give you some. So that's really nice indeed. We already have an Onix, but we might as well catch it because why not, right? Ooh, Bulbasaur wants to learn Sleep Powder as well. I just taught it Poison Powder, but Sleep Powder is definitely better. Although I do like the combination of Poison Powder and Leech Seed. That can be kind of fun, just for a lot of residual damage. But I could also put something to sleep and then use Leech Seed and do whatever else I want. this Onix is 33 foot! Oh yeah, you know what? There's something else I have to do. Wow, there's a lot of Clefairy down here. Okay, so earlier on when I was talking about Pokemon following you, I said that there were some Pokemon that are a little bit more fun, right? Well, let's go ahead and take this big Onix. We're going to add you to the party. Let's get rid of this Bellsprout. Bellsprout's a good Pokemon, but I don't really need it right now. So we're going to take Onix out of the Pokeball instead of Magikarp, and... Oh! You can ride on a gigantic Onix! Yeah! I don't know how this Onix climbed the stairs, but it did! Oh! I love it. There's a hidden Stardust right here in this little crater. You might as well pick that up, because that's, you can sell it for some good money. Hello. Alright, so let's go ahead and fight this trainer here. She's the one with the Clefairy. Not overly hard at all. Just a little level 8 Clefairy. Ah, and I have a poison type. Perfect, even though it doesn't really have any good poison moves. Yay, Poison Sting! Alright, not a problem at all. 160 Poké-Dollars / prize money and 3 Pokeballs. Keep in mind that Clefairy may use Sing and put you to sleep, so you still have that awakening. Hello? Oh! Yikes, quit following us! He had like no reaction to my gigantic Onix here. Alright, well, whatever. Let's go down here. There's really nothing in this small room. That's a really miserably small room. It takes you straight down. Oh, look at that. There's a big old Clefable. Aw. Alright, one thing I will caution you about with Clefable, I don't recommend getting one, or at least using one that you catch. Like, if you happen to run into one, sure, go ahead and try to catch it, but I would recommend you use Clefairy and evolve it instead. The reason is... The reason is Clefable doesn't learn any moves. Thankfully, it doesn't really need to. Both Clefairy and Clefable, they get most of their good moves from using... Oh, that's just mean. I'm gonna save my Great Balls. Even though this is gonna make it a pain to catch. But yeah, they do learn, I believe it's Moonblast. I don't remember off the top of my head what level, but it's only Clefairy that learns it. So if you have a Clefable, there is a TM. I cannot swing my arm that direction without hitting my microphone. I don't know. There we go. Okay, I finally caught it. Ugh. That was a pain. That was definitely a pain. It's not bad having a Clefable though, but like, if you have the option, definitely go with Clefairy. You can get 2 Moonstones in this cave per day, so it's really not an issue. But it's not bad. Like, one thing I like about Clefable is it, well, you'll see. Just like Onix is kind of fun having it follow you, I find that Clefable was also really fun. Let's go ahead and add you to the party really fast. We're going to get rid of this Pikachu just for a moment. Okay, let's have you follow me now. And it just like, it chases behind you. I don't know what it is about it. I really found that endearing. Like, it's just this big Clefable just like, "Roar! I'm following you!" Okay, I know. I'm silly. All right, so anyway, there's a nugget right here. So definitely pick that up. You can sell that for 5,000 Poké-Dollars. Very handy. And there's also a Moonstone. Yes, another Moonstone right here in this crater. And this too respawns daily. So if you just got your Clefairy here, you can evolve it right now. Or if you have both Nidoran male and Nidoran female, you can evolve, well, their evolutions here. Okay, let me fix my party really fast. All right, we're back to normal. I put the Onix away. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have a youngster here. Not overly tough. Again, if you have a Grass-type Pokemon, you'll be in great shape for the next 2 trainer fights. Youngster Josh here, he has a Sandshrew. You've already fought this thing before. You know how easily it gets knocked out due to a grass type move. So let's go ahead and take this thing out. Yep, 160 Poké Dollars and 3 Pokeballs. And then this guy here, yep, it's a hiker! And he's got 2 Geodudes on his team. So again, a grass type is the way to go here. Easy. Well, at least with the Pokemon I had. And yep, 400 Poké Dollars and 3 Pokeballs. Nice. All right, we're almost at the end. We're getting there. We're getting there. So right here, there's a Pearl. Again, an item that you can use to sell for some money. Always good to have that. And then this guy right here. Hey, I see you have plenty of Pokeballs. If you ever run low, come talk to me, okay? So if you have less than 10 Pokeballs, he will replenish your inventory. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna waste my money. I'm going to show you this, but I need to go waste some Pokeballs first. So, hi Geodude. Okay, so I went and I used up a bunch of my Pokeballs. I caught some Clefairy, trained up a few of my Pokemon. And here's a look at how many Pokeballs I have right now. I have 7. So if I talk to this guy when I have less than 10, hey, looks like you're running short on Pokeballs. That's no good at all. Don't you know that preparation is the first step to success? Here, take these. These are mine, my Pokeballs. All right, so you get 10 Pokeballs from the guy. Don't worry, I gave you a nice even number. And as you can see here, now I have 17. So if you wait until you have like 9 Pokeballs, that'll give you the most that you'll have access to. But this is a great chance to just catch Pokemon and train up because it costs you nothing. You can just go back to this guy and keep getting more, like all the time. It's very handy. It's very necessary because you can't really earn money in a renewable way. So yeah, definitely use that if you're feeling a little uncertain about your levels, which I would find very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. Meow. And yeah, as you go down the stairs here, you'll find that Meowth, and it runs off. Okay, great. We'll chase after it. Ah, yes, Zubat down there. Up here, though, we have a Revive. Rather nice item that can revive one of your fainted Pokemon. They're kind of expensive, though, so you might not want to use it if you're confident you can get back to a Pokemon Center in a reasonable amount of time, though. But it's nice in a pinch. All right, there was something I wanted to do, and it's basically what I was alluding to earlier. Let's go ahead and power up that Nidorino. Yes, you can evolve it directly into Nidoking. There are some moves you can get only as a Nidorino, because generally most Pokemon that evolve through evolutionary stones, they don't learn any more moves when they level up, or if they do, very few. Yeah, Nidoking is definitely one of those Pokemon. It learns a few moves, I believe, but the nice thing about it is it can learn so many TMs, and it has such fantastic stats at this point in the game that both Nidoking and Nidoqueen are just really good options for your team, and you don't need to wait. Like, you might as well evolve them right away. It wants to learn Thrash right off the bat. That's very strong. It acts as kind of like an auto attack, but it has 120 power. I'd probably still would recommend it, but you don't necessarily need it. Headbutt's really good if you'd rather just a reliable source of damage, but very few things can survive a Thrash. At this point in the game, at least. I'll get rid of Headbutt for now. We're not probably going to be using this thing for the team. But I did want to at least show it off, because it's a very nice Pokemon to have. I mean, let's just take a look at its stats really fast. Like, okay, we have, this Bulbasaur. It has, 25 special attack, 32 attack, We have the partner Eevee, which is very, very powerful. Like, it has excellent stats. these are really good stats, don't get me wrong. There's Onix, but it's also only level 11. Yeah, look at this. That's some really impressive amounts of stats there, like seriously. Very good at this point in the game. You'll have a good time with it. And it's helpful against one of the gym leaders too, one of the tougher ones, the third gym leader you run into. You know what? Let's go ahead and try it out. I just want to see this thing in action, right? We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid! Yeah, mate me. Alright, let's see my new Nidoking. Oh, Drowsy. Not exactly the best matchup, but you know what? With Thrash, I don't even care. It's just such a powerful Pokemon at this point in the game. Thrash. Oh. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Either Nidoking or Nidoqueen. They're both very good. You probably don't need both of them, though, because they have redundant typing. And that's another thing to note. Nidoking and Nidoqueen, they are both part ground type in addition to being poison, so that gives them an immunity to electric type moves. That can be surprisingly helpful. And they don't just instantly fall over if they're hit with a water type move like Onix or Geodude. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using this thing just because it's really powerful. I kind of have a team in mind, I think. I'm thinking of maybe just doing something very basic and using the starters plus Pikachu and Eevee, just because that's stuff that's pretty easily available for every player. But I don't know, we'll see. Aren't those dark-colored things fossils? All right, Meow, let's go get those fossils. You want me to jump down there? Yeah, they're just kind of distracted with that. Well, we'll just let them be. And then we just get to keep walking along this long stretch here. Pretty uninterrupted, although there's a lot of... All right, one moment, I'm gonna go catch this thing. There we go. Now you see why I wanted to do that. Well, also I was building up my catch combo. But Bulbasaur level 16 now. Hey, what? Bulbasaur is evolving! Oh yeah. Congratulations, your Bulbasaur evolved into Ivysaur. Alright, not as big of an update as Nidorino to Nidoking, but you know, it's a nice update. It's still a pretty powerful Pokemon. Yeah, I saw that opportunity there and I just had to. Alright, let's take a look at this Ivysaur really fast. Got pretty well-rounded stats, all things considered. This one has a lot of attack, which is nice. Well, kinda nice. Alright, let's move forward here. So, there's an item right here. A revive, another one. Great. Always handy to have. And there is a Team Rocket Grunt. Get out of here. Alright, what do you have, huh? A Zubat. Well, not exactly the best thing to use my new Ivysaur against. Oh, that's a shame. I don't remember if I gave you Headbutt. Why didn't I give you Headbutt? Why do you only have Tackle? Oh well, I'll deal with this Zubat. It's not really a problem. I'll see you when I'm done. Alright, well there we go. Taken down. Okay. So, if you are familiar with the old games, you'll know this rock has a moonstone. Well, no it doesn't. Not in this one. That really threw me for a loop the first time. It's just been relocated to one of the other locations I showed you. Alright, but this is something that is pretty much the same. Hey, stop! I found these fossils! They're both mine! No, buddy, you have to share, okay? You don't get to keep them both for yourself. Alright, so we have to fight against Super Nerd Miguel, and he has a Voltorb. And a Magnemite. Both are level 10. Now, I guess I should probably note, keep in mind Magnemite is part Steel type. Steel has a lot of different resistances, so a lot of your moves, wow, that did a lot to yourself, Pikachu, yikes. A lot of your moves won't do very much to it. Fighting, ground, fire, these are all effective against Steel, so they'll be rather helpful here. But if you're just going to try to use like grass type moves, you might find it's not doing that much damage. It's still not a very high level, but yeah, I mean, your starter Pokemon will have double kick at that, so you should be able to take it out unless you're not using your starter. Fine, we'll each take a fossil. It's no good being greedy, right? Yes. Okay, so you have a choice here. You can either take the Helix fossil, which way later in the game, you'll be able to revive into the Pokemon Ammonite. Or you can get the Dome fossil, which way later in the game, you'll be able to evolve into... Out of the way. No, these are not for you. You'll be able to evolve into Kabuto. They're both water rock type. Ammonite tends to be a little bit more on the defensive side and using special base attacks, whereas Kabuto tends to be more on the attacking side. Ooh. I do want to fight this because they give a lot of experience. And it just wasted like 5 or 6 of my Pokeballs. Thanks. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go with Ammonite here. Get the Helix fossil. Now you can only get one of these from this choice here. The other one he'll take, so yeah. Oh well. Alright, now this is really important. Oops. I guess it's sooner than I thought. You want to make sure that the 2 Pokemon in your top 2 positions, or your front 2, they are the ones that you want to fight with, because we're going to have a double battle here. How did you even get here ahead of us? Because you were off looking at fossils. We're Team Rocket. I'm Jesse. And I'm James. And the 2 of us are going to take that fossil back. Why don't you go take the other one that I left behind? That guy's Pokemon are fainted. It'd be easy. Well, yeah, there are very few double battles in the game, but the Team Rocket battles against Jesse and James, they are among those battles. So yeah, they use, of course, Ekans and Coughing. So Ivysaur, probably not the best bet here, but not the worst. I guess we'll just use Sleep Powder on... Let's use Sleep Powder on Ekans because I feel like it'll be a little bit more annoying. And we'll take down Coughing in the meanwhile. So a double battle is interesting because you get to issue commands to 2 of your Pokemon. Whatever 2 you have in the front 2 position, or front 2 slots. And of course, your opponent, they have 2 Pokemon as well. Speed is still what determines the move order, but now there are just 4 Pokemon to calculate it with. Some moves attack multiple targets, whereas most moves will only affect a single target, so keep that in mind. There are also some moves that can only be, well, I guess they could still be used outside of a double battle, like Helping Hand, for instance. Someone tried to learn that. I'm like, no, I don't need that, thanks. I think it was my Nidoran. But that would power up your, whatever your other Pokemon is, in a double battle. So there's definitely more strategy involved in a double battle. Because, you know, there's 2 Pokemon on each side. There's some different synergies and stuff like that. But also there's no items, no abilities in this game, so... Or no held items, rather. So there's not as much in the way of things that can really synergize well. Oh, you know what? Rather than using Headbutt, this is why I have Payday. And this is a perfect time to use it. If you just fell short of knocking out the Pokemon, but, you know, you need to do a little bit of extra damage, you might as well use Payday in a situation like that. And remember, you can get that over on Route 4. There's a trainer, a coach trainer you can fight that gives it to you. I can't believe it. A twerp beat us! Get a lot of money for fighting them, too. Nice. Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off! And then after that, you can shake your Joy-Con. Eevee looks completely exasperated.
Pikachu!
All right, so that's that. Let's get out of here. Although, it's really important to note this. As you leave here, first of all, there's really nothing in this room, but this will take you to the other side of Route 4. I'm gonna show this on the next video, but I'll tell you now, this is a one-way path. You won't be able to return to Mount Moon and previous locations for quite a little bit of time. Like, it's not just, oh, I can go back whenever I want. So I would recommend making sure you have enough Pokeballs, maybe go back and get that pearl from the big pearl from the Slowpoke person, do all that stuff before you leave. I'm personally gonna go back and do that and get more Pokeballs from the guy, because I have like very few. I have 6. So yeah, that's something I recommend doing before you leave, because otherwise it's not something you'll be able to do for a while, and it could put you in a bit of a bind. But anyway, that's Mount Moon. I hope you enjoyed. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out my website, Marriland.com, for even more walkthrough coverage for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, as well as useful tools like the Team Builder. Also, be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube for even more Pokemon videos. See you next time, everyone!